Om Bhagavan Tatraiva Baladevena Sanyutaha Apashyannivasan Gopan Indrayaga Kritodyaman. My blissful gorgeous selves, one day while strolling around Vrindavan, Lord Krishna saw great cleaning and decorations are going on. Huge worship items have been accumulated and Brahmins are running around supervising and checking up. Thousands are busy. Krishna came home and there was Nandara and many Gopas sitting. He asked, Mom, what for is this all arrangements? Nanda Maharaj said, Dear son, it is Indra worship preparation going on. It is traditional. Our ancestors decided to offer tribute to mighty Indra with his companions, the celestial beings, for his gifts of rain and greeneries and harvest and health and holy cow wealth. Better you also start getting ready with new clothes and ornaments. We have already ordered for your new sparkling gem-studded reddish gold crown and earrings. Your silks have also arrived from Varanasi yesterday. Father, I have a question. Please answer me. Okay, son, ask. If you keep on committing sins and crimes and keep on worshipping Indra opulently, will he still provide all these facilities? Definitely not, Nandaraj said, and Gopal agreed. Father, rain, harvest, health, wealth, even high caliber psychology which we are enjoying, they are rewards of our noble deeds. If so, then we are not obliged to Indra. He is just doing his duty. We are receiving the fruits of our meritorious pious deeds, auspicious works. Celestials and gods are just refined forms of human beings. Any layman can be good meritorious deeds. He can do meritorious noble deeds and become God. Even Indra has gotten that royalty of the celestial by performance of 100 Ashwamedha Yajna. After enjoying it for 280 million years, he will fall back on earth to turn a human. After that, if he commits sin, he might turn into bird, animal, even trees, as those Nalkubar and Manigri who fell into tree life and lived in our yard as Yamrajan for many years. On contrary, Indra is too haughty and puffed up person. He committed offences to sages and wise ladies empty time. His history records it, my father, my mother. Therefore, Father, I don't like feeding his already puffed up ego by this huge worship at all. Nandaji said, with wide eyes in great amaze, Dear son, you do have a point. We agree with you. Although you are small, but you are talking like my grandpa. So, oh, grandpa looking baby, please tell us, what shall we do if not this? Whose worship is appropriate? Krishna was very pleased and he said, Father, divinity is conceived differently in different place, time and circumstances. Holy cow, holy man and Giri Govardhan, this is the three-pronged divinity for us. Let us decorate, feast and worship them. Those who will worship them in future, they will become more prosperous than gods, because gods are prosperous only materially. And those who will worship will be prosperous spiritually and materially both. Krishna saw Many gopas and gopis had gathered and they were listening intently, my dear friends. Oh Krishna, you want us to drop the worship of living God and begin to worship an inert God? What kind of brain you have? One of his friends, Madhumangal, teased him. Look, Krishna said, in one day of Brahma, 14 Indras are born and die. In one wink of Lord Narayana, one Brahma is born and die. And this Giri Govardhan is the shalagram form of the same Lord Narayana. The basis of all our actions and closely related to our life are cows and holy men. They are completely dedicated to Lord Narayana in his Giri Govardhana form. Krishna replied very beautifully, but Indra showers water and helps harvest, another Gopa spoke up. Krishna said, have you seen rivers and lakes and ocean worshipping Indra? If not, then why is there so much water there? Have you seen forest worshipping Indra? If not, then why is so much greenery there? There were many questions and Krishna answered them wisely, beautifully. The Gopas are very famous for their innocence and unity in one heart. They agreed with Krishna with a long applause. Now preparations begin for the worship of Giri Govardhan. Nandaraj said, I need to confirm this with our Guru, said Shandilya. It's matter of changes in ancestral rituals. Okay, this is coming on since generations. And when Shandilya was approached, he immediately said, I affirm Krishna, he is right. And okay, then how to do it? What is the process? Nanda asked. And Krishna said, we will play by the air, Krishna said. Oh, great grandpa, like baby, please narrate the method, Nandaji asked Krishna with slight laugh. And Krishna said, at first make clay plaster all around Giri Govardhan, polish it with cow dung mixed water. After it is dried up, spread shining silk around. That's the altar. Then begin worship. The Giriraj and cows and holy men with 56 items of each dish with music and dance. Then we offer oblations into fire. Then let holy cows, gopas and gopis dance. Where there is no Giriraj, just make a stupa, tall pillar of cow dung, stick pieces of canes for trees and vines, and feel the presence of Giriraj and begin to worship. Or else you worship a holy stone piece taken from Giriraj. Those who worship Giriraj this way at the end of Deepavali, to him or her suffering does not grab like water to the lotus leaf, because he is rich with the merits of 3.5 million holy place pilgrimages. Hearing this proclamation of festival of great entertainment, Gopas and Gopis began to dance, my dear. Dancingly, they prepared all the needful. Next day, banana trees were posted on all gates. Water-filled pitchers with ghee flame on were placed on each square, incense burning, flowers garlanding, hanging, and sandal paste, and sprinkled all over the streets. Next day, well-dressed, Nanda, Yashoda, Rohini, Krishna and Balram with all Gopas and Gopis came to Giriraj riding on the elephants and many vehicles. Then there came all 8 brothers of Nanda, Upananda and Vrishabhanu with huge tributes and all friends. Then, like a baby moon, surrounded by stars, there came Sri Radha with hundreds of gopis, singing and playing music, wearing big turbans like Gujaratis and Marwadis and Sikhs. There came gopas decorated with silks, ornaments and flower garlands. That time Giriraj became full of gems, sapphires, corals, crystals, and trees were dripping syrup. All ponds became full of lotuses of four kinds. Bumblebees were humming, birds chirping, cuckoos cooing. All cows were painted, colored, and ornamented, my dear friends. All said appropriately. Sri Radha gave music performance. Then there came sage Chandilya with hundreds of rishis. All stood up, bowed down, and offered them high seats. Then yajna began. Oblations were poured with mantras resounding swaha and swaha in all directions. Aroma spread out everywhere. Gopas worshipped and feasted. All the sages and holy cows were worshipped. And then many of them were donated. Then they began to worship Giriraj, Govardhan. Krishna became the priest today. Gopas began to serve and began to offer them. Krishna began to offer them to Giriraj. Giriraj assumed a gigantic form looking like Krishna and soon began eating big morsels. He ate bucketful of kheer and rabris and basket full of puri, kachoris and dosas and palak paneer and shahi paneer. All he ate, palm full of everything fast, and showing his pleasure as if saying, wonderful, delicious, thank you, Brajvasi. Soon pots and vessels were empty. Gopas ran down to get more. They poured more and filled them again, and Giriraj kept eating. But lo, Giriraj ate all that too, and his heavy musical voice echoed, Shailosmiti Bruvan Bhure Balima Dadadadvadvapu Namos Tasmai Namo Vrajajanai Sachakre Atmanatmane Aho Pashyata Shailauso Aho Pashyata Shailauso Rupi No Nugraho Yadhat. Sri Radha saw this and told her friend Raka, look at him, is not this big god look like your brother? But he has 4 hands, Raka said. Suppose had he only 2 hands and not this gigantic form, then look, his clothes, ornaments and face are exactly like him. Suddenly Raka was filled with brotherly love and she picked up a few sweet boughs and perfuming ghee and ran down to him. While she was offering it at his feet, God snatched out with long arms and smiled and looked it from her, and he took it from her hand and placed it in his mouth. A loving sweetness spread across her smile-lit face. As she was returning back, he said, Sister, take my gift, my prasadam before you go. Oh, he calls me sister. He too is my brother. Then she sighed, and she was overjoyed. She brought the prasad and gave it to Sri Radha. Then Sri Radha broke it. 2 shining earrings dazzled out. Everyone became amazed. Radha placed them in Raka's ears, and she gave that old one to another gopi nearby. You too now come to him, Raka insisted Radha. Not now. Look, next program, music performance is just starting, Radha said. Look, all are offering obeisances. God is happy, He is smiling. I'll protect you, never worry. Saying thus, Giri Govardhan vanished. Now, Thousands of gopas and gopis began to dance on the tune of music, my dear. After an hour, Krishna announced, now let's go eat, except this Madhumangal. Everybody come, please. No, no, no. Shouting thus, Madhumangal picked up a large pot of kheer puris and began eating big morsels. Everybody laughed on the way of his eating, my dear friends. Then they lined up and said chanting, eating mantra. Soon everyone was served. Eating festival began. As soon as feasting completed, lo, Krishna's announcement echoed again. Now we will circumambulate Giriraj. All will go on chariots and buggies and vehicles and cars. Only Madhumangal will do it all walking, since he is a great austere Brahmin. No, 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 Madhumangal panicked again. He ran down and climbed on one of the nicest chariots he saw. Krishna and all friends came and boarded the chariot. Radha, Raka and their friends sat in another chariot, and all gopas and gopis sat on different vehicles, and many walked on. As the vehicles rolled on, they began to sing. Soon musicians picked up their instruments. Gopas began to applaud. Thus, parikrama of 14 miles was made as funfair, my dear friends. But at the end, dark blue clouds began to roll and thunder in the sky. Soon a big rainfall began to pour down throughout the Vrindavan. Everybody ran down to their homes. By the time they arrived home, they were all wet. My dear friends, the King of Heaven, Indra, has a big headache today. He is feeling great depression, being ignored and dishonored by Gopas of Vrindavan. He is angry. This is all due to that juvenile little Krishna. It is because of him that my sacrifice has been cancelled. He is thinking and thinking and thinking. Retaliate with a dreadful revenge, he decided at last, my dear friends. And he shouted aloud, O Samvartaka! O you, the mighty clouds of colossal devastation! Indra shouted out with a great rage. Immediately they appeared before him. Yes, His Majesty, we are here. Order us, please. There were 49 of them. They requested with joint palms. Hung ho, Indra said, my dears, your pride is my power. Go shake the world with your thunder and destroy Vrajavrindavan with a terrible deluge. That's all I want. Now they are free on a drastic mission, my dear friends. Soon they covered the sunshine with ever-expanding vast bank of clouds, like huge patch of moss. Total darkness extended in all directions, yet this expanding darkness had practically no effect on Vrindavan, which is specially targeted because it continuously bathed in divine moonlight emanating from Krishna's divinely dazzling toenails. But by the Lila of the Lord, it could not escape the torrential downpour of rain. Just by Krishna's wish, just to introduce a beautiful Lila. Slashing rainwater, flashing lightning bolts, pelting hailstones, and when lightning bolts were entering water, it seemed as a brilliant fire emitting by mythical hydras. Clouds roared ferociously, pouring down as thick as banyan tree trunk. Clouds are roaring ferociously, vast sheets of water rising as devastation. Oh friends, we cannot distinguish high ground from the low. Oh Krishna, last time you saved us from the forest fire, now save us from this killer rainfall, Gopas requested aloud. Krishna's voice echoed, my friends, Oh uncle, oh father, mother, oh all gopis and gopas, please don't worry, just follow me. Our Giriraj will help us. Telling thus, Krishna came to the Giri Govardhan hill and picked up with one hand and holding it aloft shouted aloud, O Sri Dam, O Madhumangal, what are you doing there? Come, lift up your canes and help me hold this mountain up. Otherwise, if it falls on your head, don't blame me for that. Then, my dear friends, all Gopas rushed and did likewise. Krishna shouted aloud, please get in, bring all the cows and your belongings. Giriraj will stay on my hand, and you will be safe under his shade. Everyone came under the Giriraj. Giriraj's ecstatic laughter rang around through flowers falling from the trees. He grew taller and lighter, almost weightless, cutting off the clouds through his high-rising peaks. Lions living up there in caves mistook them for elephants and ripped them apart in pieces. Clouds rolled hither and thither, my dear, while lifting huge chunks of clay fell off the bottom of Giriraj, forming all around a natural boundary wall to keep out the water. Krishna spoke aloud, O moms, O sisters, O Gopas, doubt not my ability, please. Look, I held the mountain just on my fingertip. We have paid Giriraj fully. He can stay suspended in the sky. So be as joyful as you were at home. All Gopas smiled with delight, and singing songs they entered the splendid valley beneath the Giriraj. As they came in, they saw the underground valley beamed with most pleasing sights as shopping malls and even music and gardens and all living facilities like five-star hotels. It all materialized at once. Its purity and opulence exceeded the wealth of meditation and worship. Meditation and worship room of wise kings of ancient India. Although pouring, roaring clouds sounded outside like large water pots emptying, but inside great festivals were going on. Surrounded by all loving friends and kinsmen, Krishna was playing flute. Sri Radha and gopis were there looking at Krishna with love-laden glances and smiling bashfully and blissfully as well, just like Chakori, Chatki, with unblinking eyes, drinking ambrosial radiance of his moon-like face and embracing him within their heart. Thus they all became enlightened, my dear friends. Suddenly Kirtima popped in and exclaimed, Oh my dear Krishna, holding the hill for so long, all exhausted you have become. So relax, baby. Take rest with your friends while my daughter Radha will hold the mountain as in the days of your Princess Sita held the mighty bow of Shiva. And she called Radha. And here came Sri Radha dazzling with light of delight. She looked and smiled at Krishna and stood there and taking and looked at Giriraj and just blazed the hill. And my dear friends, the hill went so high up, penetrating to the sky, dispersing the clouds off, hitting the nose of Indra to bleed off with his vanity. As it landed back like dry leaf, Krishna was rested and ready. It took about half an hour to return for the hill. Sri Radha beamed a sweet, gentle smile to Krishna. He immediately picked up the mountain on his finger as before. Now Krishna is looking at Sri Radha and smiling on. His beautiful teeth sparkle like 1,000 rays of light. A radiant pearl necklace is shimmering on his chest. Here came Mother Yashoda. She said, "Oh my dear son, the day has moved along and you appear hungry. See, your belly has caved in, your face lackluster. Look, cows refuse to graze without you. So, let me feed you with my own hand. Look at what I have brought for you." "Oh, Mom," Madhumangal said, "why trouble? I am a Brahmin. Just to feed me and food will travel into Krishna's belly like good strain. Come watch my miracle. That is what all Brahmins are for." Everybody laughed. Mother fed him profusely. Then she fed Krishna and Radha and all the friends. Meanwhile, wiping his blood dripping from his nose, Indra came above Vrindavan sky to survey the situation. He was shocked with surprise to see the dense peaks of Giri Govardhana piercing the mighty Kamardaka clouds and 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 soaring above, looking like cosmic umbrella, studded with all the gems and jewels, and the clouds enhanced the beauty, covering its base and washing it. Rains of devastation. They are washing it with the rains of devastation. They were washed clean. They resembled as a decorative fringe of pearls ornamenting the umbrella. Not only all Gopas and Gopis are safe and bubbling with new joy of having close proximity of Krishna, but even birds, deers and wildlife are happy under the umbrella. Indra ordered Marutas. One storm can blow away all homes on the face of the globe. Here all the 49 storms blade to throw away the Govardhan with severely high winds and destroy Braj Vrindavan. But lo, Krishna and Radha came forward and inhaled them all. Then as they exhaled Indra, he was blown away with his aircraft. As they exhaled air, Indra was blown away with his aircraft, swirling round and around in the space for miles, and was dashed on the ground in his heaven. Then Krishna picked up his flute and began to play. Many new ragas and ragaris emanated and filled the atmosphere with nature. And there oozed out a new tradition of music that is called Krishna Sangeet. Thus the torrential rains and cyclone winds harassed Vrindavan continuously for 7 days, my dear friends. In Garga Samhita, Devarshi Narad says to King of Bahulashva, Sudarshan Chakra, the discus of the Lord Narayana, was set on the hilltop, which kept drinking all rainwater as sage Agastya to the ocean in ancient times. Around the mountain, Lord Shesha coiled up. The large coil blocked the flood water to enter in. Further he says, Saptaham Susthiram Sustho Govardhanadharo Hari Sri Krishna Chandra Pashyanta Chakura Ivate Sthita. These 7 days were 7 millenniums of biting pain for Indra, my dear friends. With monsoon rains and horrific earth-shaking winds, these 7 days were bitter suffering and untold miseries for people of the world. But for Vrindavanites, it was just 7 joyful hours. Finally the danger ended. Wind became gentle and peaceful, exactly as someone cured of insanity no longer suffers epileptic fits, my dear friends. Blasting clouds left a clear sky behind. Just like by continuous applying the wisdom, mind transcends as you advance in cosmic consciousness. A spectacular, colorful world and situations greet you with open arms. Sun rose, my dear friends, because because all the waters of 47 Samvartakas had all finished up. They reported Indra, "Oh Lord, we are broke. That is utter bankruptcy. We have no water for oncoming many years." So Indra was morose and his head hung low. Sun rose magnificently in the distance. Gopis and Gopas saw their homes glittering, being nicely washed by heavy rain. Fresh clear sky invited them to see Krishna in new pastimes. "Oh, my dear Gopis and Gopas," Krishna said, "now it is time to come out, go home. Look what a wonderful beauty of nature is awaiting you." Krishna's voice soothed their heart like a volley of arrows. The cows, holy cows, shot out as the Gopas called them out. But they quickly ran back when they saw Krishna still there and surrounded him. Immediately Krishna drove them by glancing compassionately to exit. Soon the herds of cows streamed out as a sheet of moonshine, and expanded hoods of Sheshanag rising out of subterranean regions. Then like the rays of brilliant light, nay, like dazzling rays emanating from the costliest jewels, like glowing light of ruby atop the hoods of Sheshnagaraj. The gopi, the acharya of devotion, the bhakti yoga walked out from the valley below, casting veiled, sidelong glances at Krishna. After all Gopas came out, Krishna set the Giriraj Govardhan down exactly in his previous location. As Krishna came out, there thronged the big multitude with high rising waves of love. Tam prema vega nivrata vrajaukaso yatha samiyo parirambanaadivi gopyascha sasne amapujayan muda tatyakshataadbhir yuyu sadashisha. Then overflowing with uncontrollable love, Gopis and Gopas embraced Sri Krishna, my dear friend, and offered him gifts and performed arati and pasted on him his forehead sandal, saffron curd, and massaged his hands, my dear friends. Shandilya and other sages came running, offered him blessings, and flowers began to shower. Music echoed. Gopis and Gopas began dancing, my dear friend. Then feasting began. Shankadundamayo nedur devi deva pranodita jago gandharvapataya stumbaro pramukhanripa. Conches and kettle drums resounded, celestial songs filled all over the sky. Thus the Lord with Balaram, Gopas and Gopis and cows returned home, my dear friend. Om, 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. आरते कुंज बिहारे के श्री गिरिधर कृष्ण मुरारे के गले में वैजंती माला बजावे मुरली मधुर बाला श्रवण में कुंडल जल काला नंद के आनंद नंद लाला गगन समो अंग कांति काली राधिका चमक रही आली लखन में ठाड़े वनमाली भ्रमर सी अलग कस्तूरी तिलक चंद्र सी झलक ललित छवि श्यामा प्यारी की कनकमय मोर मुकुट विलसे देवता दर्शन को तरसे गगन सो सुमन राशि बरसे बजे मुह जंग मधुर मृदंग गालिनी संग अतुल रति गोप कुमारी की आरती कृष्ण मुरारी की चमकती उज्ज्वल तट रेणु, चमकती उज्ज्वल तट रेणु, बज रही वृंदावन वेणु, चहु दिशि गोपी ग्वाल धेनु, हसत मुख मंद हसत मृदु मंद, चांदिनी चंद गणत भव बंद, तेर सुनि नेह विखारी की, आरती कुंज बिहारी की, गिरधर कृष्ण मुरारी की।